for generations going back, everybody's been trying to do what they can to leave this better than we found it. And I think that that's what Lackawaxen River Trails has really been the embodiment of, is bringing people together to work towards the greater good and leave something behind for our children and our children's children, because it is so beautiful and so special.
We've been working on our trail systems here since 1992. So we have a little bit of a history, and of course we're on the spine of the Lackawaxen River, which has a long, long history of connecting communities.
Certainly the river is a public highway because it was used in the very beginning to transport logs from here down to the Delaware River, and then it was the site of the train. So it's been a part of the local economy for as long as anybody can remember.
The trail concept really came out of the different trail groups in each community realizing that we should utilize the spine of the Lackawaxen River, which is a state public navigable waterway, as the connecting force between all the different communities, all of the different trails.
Honesdale and Holly are about 11 miles apart, and we definitely want to connect those two communities, and we want people to be in community outside together on the trails.
We picked water trails as the first thing because the Lackawaxen River, in spite of its long history of navigability and access for fishing, has no public accesses on the river. So our focus was on that. We've been very fortunate. We're standing at the Holly River access, the first of our 4. The construction will be this year going into next year. We're fortunate to have a rail line connecting all the communities in Wayne and Pike County along the Lackawaxen River. So a rail whiz trail. So we've got bikes, we've got walking, we've got rail. You see where I'm going with this? It's a multi-use concept.
You know, tourism is the lifeblood of the Pocono Mountains, and so we want to support things that bolster all the offerings to people who visit here.
We were starting to see some small businesses open up, some entrepreneurs. Here in Holly, there's a fly fishing business, there's an outfitter location in Honesdale, there's kayaking.
We have scenic rides on the train. We have a rail riders group that has bicycles that go on the railroad tracks. So it's not just transporting goods anymore, it's transporting people.
We have seen the waxing and waning of economic indicators over time from different sectors of industry, and this is one that will outlast them all.
Something comes along like COVID-19 and reminds us that this is what it's all about, and getting out in nature, having space to breathe, fresh air, also access to the water and enjoying the natural resources. It's just good for our health and wellness.
It's peaceful, it's quiet, it's a place where you can just come and sit, just take in what Mother Nature shares with us.
Whether it's because of COVID or because of a new interest in quality of life, people are much more dedicated to taking care of themselves and being outside. We live in a beautiful area that facilitates that desire. What we are building now is the infrastructure to make that easy and accessible.
This award creates, I think, a sense of legitimacy for the mission of which a lot of people have been on for a long time.
It's a recognition of everybody's contribution to this effort. It's not just the group that calls itself the Lackawaxen River Trails. It's 24 different organizations, and I can't even count how many people at this point who are helping to make this happen.